years into our marriage, Michael was still addicted to practical jokes. He hid rubber insects in my shoes, replaced the sugar with salt, and once left a fake eyeball floating in the bathroom sink. I always reacted the same way. I rolled my eyes, called him childish, and threw whatever he had bought into the storage closet. That was where I put the black gift box he gave me on April Fool's Day. A week later, something began to rot inside it. Michael had brought the box home after planning one of his elaborate date nights. He lit candles, cooked dinner, and watched me lift the lid just far enough to glimpse something pale inside. Another body part? I asked. You're 36. He laughed and kissed my forehead. You married me anyway. I shut the lid without examining the gift and carried it to the closet. Michael looked disappointed that I had not screamed, but within minutes he was teasing me about something else. That was what our marriage had always been like. I had not worked since our wedding, and I rarely went anywhere without him. Michael paid the bills, bought the groceries, and handled most of the housework. He was not simply my husband, he was the person standing between me and almost everything outside our front door. That night, while he was changing, I noticed a fresh scratch running down his forearm. 3 thin red lines had broken the skin. I caught his wrist. What happened? Something at work. It looks like someone scratched you. Michael glanced at it and smiled. Are you accusing me of having an affair because of 3 little lines? He sounded amused, but he pulled his arm away before I could inspect the wound again. Then he drew me against him and steered the conversation elsewhere. By morning, he was gone. A note waited on the nightstand. Business trip. Back in a few days. Be good. While gathering his clothes, I found a pearlescent button in his trouser pocket. It was too small and delicate to belong to one of his shirts, but Michael had a habit of collecting buttons that fell from my clothes and forgetting about them. I placed it on the dresser and stopped thinking about it. Over the following week, Michael sent short messages between meetings. He complained about the hotel coffee, promised to bring me something from the airport, and reminded me to lock the door at night. Then the smell appeared. At first, I blamed the garbage disposal. By the second morning, the stench had spread through the hallway. It was damp, sour, and unmistakably organic. I followed it to the storage closet. Dark liquid had seeped through one corner of Michael's gift box and pooled on the shelf beneath it. The cardboard sagged when I lifted it. I remember thinking he had finally gone too far with the fake blood. Then I opened the lid. A human hand lay inside. The skin had darkened around the severed wrist, and the fingers had stiffened into a crooked half fist. A plain silver wedding band remained on the ring finger. For several seconds, I could not breathe. The box slid from my hands and struck the floor, spilling the hand onto the carpet. I called Michael first. The phone rang until his voicemail answered. I called again, then a third time. When his number became unavailable, I dialed 911. The first officer who entered the closet took one look at the hand and stopped. His partner had been telling me that realistic prank props caused false alarms every year. She fell silent when he pulled on gloves and crouched beside it. This is human, he said. The officer sealed off the closet, photographed the floor, and took the box as evidence. When they asked who had brought it into the house, I told them about Michael's April Fool's gift. He gave it to you on April 1st? The female officer asked. Yes, the night before his trip. And no one has opened the box since? No. She wrote down my answer, but the 2 officers exchanged a look. One of them stepped into the hall to make a call. When he returned, he asked me to repeat the date. April 1st, I said. Michael came home after work. He made dinner. We spent the entire night together. The officer turned his phone so I could see the screen. It showed footage from the camera above our building's entrance. We checked from 6 that evening until 6 the following morning, he said. Your husband never entered the building. That camera must have missed him. It didn't miss you. You came home at 5:43. Then he used another entrance. There isn't one. My chest tightened. That's impossible. I saw him. The officer did not argue. Instead, he called Michael from his